Reduce stress before giving a speech. One of the biggest and most common fears felt among humans is the fear of public speaking. If you're about to give a speech and right now you're wishing it was all over, you better take a deep breath and try to relax. Read on for some helpful tips on how to reduce your stress before you give your speech. Take the time to watch some speeches. If you still have plenty of time to spare before you give your speech, it's a good idea if you can attend some speeches and try to look at them to have a new perspective. Notice that speeches do not have to be truly awe-inspiring. Watching speeches will help you see them simply for what they are, one person expressing his thoughts to his audience. You could also derive some good tips from other speakers on how they effectively address the audience and deliver their speech. Be prepared. This is actually the single best thing that you could do to ensure that you will be able to confidently face your audience. If you are sufficiently ready, you might actually even be looking forward to deliver your speech properly. Know some tips to prepare for your speech. First of all, do know that you don't have to memorize your speech. Simply create an outline of the flow of your speech using keywords. These keywords should help you to give a signal on what you will need to talk about. Of course, if you need to emphasize on some words, you might want to commit them to memory, or you could flash it as a visual aid. See tip below. Have good visuals. If there are materials provided, good audio visuals could greatly help you to be more confident about your speech. Do know that a picture or video that brings home to your point will be greatly appreciated by the audience, and will count as a point for you also as an effective speaker. If there are some sentences or phrases that you really need to emphasize, you could flash it via slideshow presentation and read it to the audience, so you wouldn't have to memorize it. If you are presenting facts and figures, it is doubly important to present them through visuals so that you wouldn't have to rely exclusively on your powers to explain. You could give the audience some time to browse through your prepared graphs/charts, and this is greatly more effective than you having to describe the figures by yourself. Know of some techniques to deliver your speech. It is customary for speakers to begin establishing rapport with the audience through telling a joke or a funny story. Do know that a funny joke that your audience can relate to and which is related to the speech is great in letting the audience warm up towards you. Next, most speakers explain their objectives for the speech to their audience through bullet points. This step is great because this will not just help the audience know what they can expect from the speech, but this will also help the speaker to better organize his delivery. After this is the main body of the speech, and finally, wrap up with something that could relate to the first few sentences that you said in your speech. Remember, feeling confident about giving your speech has everything to do with preparation. For more great tips on public speaking, such as how to make your audience feel comfortable towards you during your speech, click here. Good luck.